We're almost through the summer of 2024, and so I'm going to give you guys my mid 2024 summer thoughts on the Google Pixel 5, a very popular device. But before I get into it, I do have to let you guys know there is a custom ROM on this device. As you guys can see, this is not your average stock ROM. So keep that in mind because my experience with the custom ROM affects my thoughts on the Pixel 5. Now, on stock Android, the Pixel 5 is solid. It's still good. If you're running stock Android, that's great. Although, you must know it's at end of life. So, with the Pixel 5 and the custom ROM that I have has breathed new life into it and has added in some additional features that you wouldn't find otherwise, like Face Unlock. It does have Face Unlock. Of course, the security level is not level 3, so it's not going to be used for biometric security for banking apps and stuff. But besides that, the operating system in itself and how it functions, very fluid and very same as if it was on stock ROM. When I've had it on stock Android 14, it was very smooth and fluid. No problems at all whatsoever. So I have to give it that. Now, as far as the design of the device, this is in my top 5 favorite Google Pixels of all time. Yes, I know the camera sensor and it looks like another device. I get that, but I still like the look and feel of it. Um, the body, being made of metal with that, texture coating over it was pretty nice. You got the silver, power button to distinguish itself from the volume rocker. No headphone jack, but that's okay. The 5A does have a headphone jack, and if you absolutely need one. But again, hands down, one of my favorite Google Pixel devices. And one of the main things here is the size. This to me is a great size Google Pixel. And so is the reason why that I also gravitate towards the Pixel 8a is because of the size of that. It's a little bit bigger than the Pixel 5, but still in that same zone. Now, as far as it comes to using apps, I have no problems at all whatsoever, whether on stock Android or this custom Android. It is just fine. Scrolling through feeds, no hiccups, no janks. It's doing its thing, and I can appreciate that. If you're looking down to the nitty gritty, then you'll appreciate it too. And of course, the Snapdragon 765G has surprised a lot of people just on how it's able to handle just a lot of things that you can throw at it. Like I said, going through your social media feed and stuff like that, you wouldn't even think that this was a device that had a mid-range chip. And it is part of the Chapter 1 series of the Google Pixels. So, nope, the Tensor didn't come to this. It should have, according to several sources, that initially the Tensor G1 would have been put into the Pixel 5. Yet there were things in play that kind of put a delay on that. And so that didn't happen until the Pixel 6. But I can only imagine how this thing would have been with the Tensor G1. Because it's good. And it's right. The 765G does push, for like gameplay. And I enjoy playing, games like Pokemon Go. And I can appreciate the fact that it's able to, withstand a mobile gaming that, relies on GPS and movement, those types of things. And, it's always been a pleasure playing my favorite games on the Pixel 5. Besides Pokemon Go, other games I play, Ninjas Must Die, another game that I really enjoy playing it. And also recently tested out, playing on Steam remotely. And it works great. So, no problems at all whatsoever when it comes to gaming and, just emotions. And if I have the 90 hertz turned on, which this does have a 90 hertz panel, it looks pretty good. Obviously, I don't need 90 hertz, but it does look good when playing Pokemon Go and doing the animations, like, throwing a Pokeball. Will look really smooth and just have this extra, like fluid motion to it that you can definitely appreciate. But on top of that, the audio on this is pretty loud and pretty decent. I mean, the back of the phone, you kind of feel the audio from it when you're playing, like music, movies, sounds from your mobile gaming. You definitely can feel that. And it's weird just because there is no top speaker on the device, which is why replacing the screen, which I still haven't done yet, but it's quite expensive to replace the screen. Still north of $200. Aside from that, you get some extra features on here, like the ability to charge other devices with battery share. So, with a nice size battery, small display, the battery life is pretty good on this. Enough to where you can juice up some additional things you have, like wireless earbuds that wirelessly charge. You can set them on your Pixel 5 when need to and charge them up a little bit. Now, it's not going to be like super fast wireless charging, but it'll get the job done. Overall, again, it is crazy that Google was able to produce something like this for a lot of people out there, which is why I've always, kept my faith in Google Pixels and enjoy using them as my main choice of smartphones. Even the subtle things that become backwards compatible, like, Gemini, which here we're demoing Gemini for those that want to know, can it run Gemini? Yes. Is it going to be like, on-device AI? No, obviously not. But it can, replace Google Assistant with Gemini if you prefer Gemini over the regular Assistant. Just overall, this device still kicks major, major, major butt. And even though, it's like, 4 years old? I mean, it's still, amazing in its right. And definitely earns a spot as one of the best Pixels ever made. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate y'all for watching.